You are a miracle to many. You have taken people out the depths of despair. Some people have told you how you have impacted their life, and other people may not be able to find the words. See how I kind of pause there, right? May not be able to find the words to articulate how much of a change you have brought into their life. Spirit wants you to know that you have healed so many people. You have not only helped people to connect to their true power within, you have also helped individuals connect to their soul tribes. You have made people feel as if good people do actually exist. And this could also be true in regards to your family, because let's be real, guys, not all family members get on. You know, we do have toxic family members that want to continue a toxic cycle that people from generations before had going. And they want to bring it into this actual family life that you're trying to co-create or that you are in. Some of you have not got children, right? Sorry, I paused there because I heard the door. It kind of threw me off. But I feel as if, yeah, in regards to being thrown off, you have come up against a lot of individuals who carry an energy of repression, who carry an energy of greed, stagnation, control, manipulation, toxicity, narcissism. You know, you've come across these type of beings. You know this energy. You may have learned about this energy from your family, and you've healed from these type of energies. And you have helped other people heal from these type of energies. So when you're faced with these energies in workplaces, in groups, clubs, organizations, in families, you know how to handle yourself. You know how to protect others as well who are willing to listen, because not everyone wants to, you know, face the truth of a dynamic of a situation. You're able to help people to break free from these toxic individuals. Now, I'm not saying that we don't have a dark side, because we all have a shadow and a light side, but there are people, as you know, who operate off of this low vibrational frequency. So when they see you in your high vibrational frequency, they want to attack you spiritually. It's done subtly. It's a spiritual warfare. And some of these clowns feel like you don't know what they're doing. Oh, it's amazing. Clowns, Dumbos. But the thing is, right, you're able to help other people open up their eyes to these types of individuals. Say, for instance, you got like a family member, a cousin. They're talking about this partner that they, you know, are on and off with, and this partner does this, partner does that. They can't formulate the words, but they know that the behavior is off. You're like, I think you're dealing with a narcissist. And they're like, what's that? You break things down to them. And some people are resistant to change, because you could be dealing with individuals who unfortunately don't want to change. They may feel like leaving these narcissistic friend groups, family members, partners will make it look like they're unlovable. So they stay in these toxic dynamics, seeking validation just to prove to themselves that they are loved. Some people like this, you can't save. They have to, you know, go through their own cycle, and Spirit is saying, do not interrupt their karma. Do not interrupt their karma, because then you're going to be the victim in their dynamics. What can then happen, because it's happened to me, is when you're trying to warn, help, heal. You know, people can only meet you at the level that they are at, depending on how they view you. So if you're trying to warn someone that the dynamic that they're in is toxic, and the person that they are in a relationship with, their family member, the co-worker, the boss, whatever, right? If they refuse to see it, right, it could be due to them thinking, okay, if I let this person go, who have I got? And my thing is, you got yourself, you got Spirit, you got God, or you've got other family members who you can connect with, right? Unless they burnt bridges. Or they may feel like, oh, so if I get rid of these people, who have I got? Only you. And that highlights how they value you. By not taking your advice, and we're not always right, by not taking your advice and by shrinking and minimizing maybe your experiences, maybe your innate know-how, because sometimes we just know things, right? We don't even know how we know things. Like spirit, God, universe gives us these downloads, but for some of us it's due to experiences. Maybe some of us have read up on things, but I feel like the best experience, well, I shouldn't say that, there's no, it comes from within, right? And it comes from above, I should say. One shouldn't even have to go through these type of experiences. Maybe some of you collect data from hearing stories, or maybe your mother was in a toxic dynamic, maybe your parent was a narcissist. Please take what resonates. Maybe you study psychology or whatever the case is, but some people, they will choose not to listen to you because they will feel like, oh, it's you, regardless of how you show up. Whatever they think in their mind in regards to you, it's not a fact, but they will rather stay in a toxic dynamic. And no one's not saying they have to come over on your team and hang out with you every day, but they're thinking, I'm not going to listen to you. And then what then happens is they find themselves stuck in these toxic dynamics, being emotionally, financially, mentally, and sometimes, unfortunately, physically abused by individuals that you try to pre-warn them from. I'm hearing that you're 10 steps ahead. But then what happens is these same beings, could be family members, want to come back around and draw off your energy and draw from your healing. Oh, but I thought I meant nothing to you. Those people that were clearly toxic and clearly narcissistic and clearly trying to destroy you were more important. But then what happens is after they feel drained, tired, worn out, disheveled, they get angry with you for being in your light. But then they remember, there is a part of them that actually remembers that, you know what, they were there for me when I had no one. They were actually there for me. But Spirit wants you to connect with other like-minded beings, not individuals that stay stuck in outdated patterns that, you know, you've been in yourself like 20 years ago, or like when you were a late teen or something. Like, come on now, we're in our late 30s, we're in our late 40s, we're in our early 50s. What are you dealing with? Like, what's going on? It becomes a point where it gets boring. You understand? We should be on big people things now. Like, what's going on? What are you doing? And it's not about being rude or conceited. It's about you ain't got no time, especially when people don't respect your energy. But there are people who do respect your energy. Those that want to sleep on you, they reap the benefits of choosing to sleep on you. And the benefits is staying in toxic dynamics and jumping from another dynamic that is the same from the one that they were in before, because they refuse to heal and they refuse to listen to you. Meanwhile, you connect with other beings who are high vibrational, jovial, creative, positive, confident, and these people appreciate you. These people value the time that you offer. They value your conversation. You give good conversation. You are a vibe. You're a joker. You know how to let your hair down. Your partner find you to be a blessing. See how they're looking at each other? It's like, I've never thought I will meet anyone like you. You know, when you date people, and not all relationships last, right? But there is a point in time when the people that you date feel as if you are a dream come true. You are the archetype of a dream partner. No one's not perfect, but when you're in certain relationships, I feel like you could get people concealing their true self, feeling like they're not good enough, or sometimes they may sabotage the connection because they feel like they're not good enough. You make people become very shy. You make people want to do better. And I'm not saying all the ex-partners you had wanted to do better. Some ex-partners wanted to actually destroy you because they felt like you were too good to be true. So unfortunately, they may have withheld love from you because they did not know how to love themselves. They thought you were too good for them. So it's almost as if they wanted to punish you for loving them. They wanted you to eventually realize that they were non-deserving and you would leave them. So they were intentionally pushing you away, whether knowingly. I feel like it was a unconscious thing that they were doing. But the reason why this energy was projected onto you was because to certain partners that you were dating who mistreated you, I'm not saying we're perfect because we have to take accountability to the way we show up in relationships. But I feel like when you were in certain dynamics, when you were given nothing but love, nothing but loyalty, but yet you were met with a refusal to, commit, a refusal to just be open. There was an energy here, or there is an energy here of someone being emotionally repressed, withholding affection from you, and it felt like a punishment. Holding back financially, i.e. not taking you out, not acknowledging birthdays. Forget about anniversaries, just making you feel like you had to fight for love. It's because they were fighting to love themselves. And when you leave these types of individuals, these individuals obsess about you. Way after you've ended the connection. These are the types of energies, the ones that mistreat you. These are the types of energies that will never energetically let you go on their side. But if you feel the pull from your side, do a cord cutting ceremony, have your sea salt bath. But I feel like these people are an afterthought, because with you, once you're done, you are done. Because when you leave people's life, you take the sunshine with you. Wherever you go, whatever environment you are in, you spread joy. You uplift your environment. You are high vibrational. Many people can't work you out. Where did you come from? How come you're so happy like this? How come you're so jovial? How come you're so likable? How come you're just so pleasant? You have a sense of inner peace. People know there's a ferocious side to you that you tame. But you do not choose to let this beast that is within outwardly, unless needs be. But you've learned to tame it over the years. Maybe in the past, you used to pop off, used to get angry with people, used to get into fights, and then you realize, why am I wasting my energy on these types of people when I could be pouring my energy into, and some of you I'm hearing that you don't fight, you used to cuss people out or just be angry, right? But then you may have felt like, I can use this actual energy, A, for healing, getting counseling, and wondering why, figuring out why I'm angry, and B, I can actually pour this energy into my creativity, pour it into a hobby. Some of you may have channeled that energy with a partner physically. There's something here where you've got a high drive, right? And before, you may have been shamed about being this way inclined, especially when you was with a partner that made you feel like it was wrong to be intimate. And by you expressing yourself in this way, if you're in a relationship, your partner finds you to be a miracle, because maybe they were in a connection before whereby they felt insecure, or they may have felt like they were not attractive enough to show this wild side to them, but you make them feel like it's okay, like I'm just as wild as you behind closed doors. And you've given, if you're with someone now, this person permission to be their true authentic self. And they could be quite closed off emotionally. You help people to tap into their emotions. You help people to tap into their inner child. You help people to tap, especially when you date them, into their intensity. And many people, especially like exes or a partner that you have now, when they have an intimate experience with you, it's one that is life transforming. It's one whereby they want to merge and they never forget you, even if they date someone after you. That level of potency is off the charts. Unforgettable. You are unforgettable lover. You are unforgettable partner. Like, your level of conversations are just epic. You are like a best friend. You are a miracle. You come into people's life to change an environment, to bring light, You're very light-hearted, especially when you go to like certain corporate environments where people are like all about hierarchical systems. Like, you're not about that. You're about, you know, connecting to the heart of people. You have the ability to melt the hearts of very restrained, detached, closed off individuals. Don't really smile, who don't really show emotion. You have that ability to make them show their more human side, because deep down they're unhappy and they could just view the world as a unhappy place. But then when you come in showing your light, you show them that, no, you don't have to be in this energy. Like, I see the best in you. You have that ability to see the best in people, which then makes them see the best within themselves. And your level of conversation is on another scale. Like, you are so intelligent, and with you, you have made people tap into their power, whereby they are now creating boundaries whereby in the past they were boundary-less. Does that make sense? If that's even a word, right? They were so open, thinking everyone's nice, when certain people were coming around them to manipulate them. Maybe they felt like, oh, if I have boundaries, then people are going to think I'm not a nice person. You are a miracle to people, because you have also defended people when a situation was so serious. This could have been in regards to the law. Some of you are lawyers, or you would make an amazing lawyer. And people will never forget the way you had their back. When everyone else didn't believe in them, you had their back. You believed in them because you put trust in them, because you connect to people's soul. You've made people fall in love with themselves. And many people have fallen in love with you. Many people who were stuck have fallen